And thanks for bringing me, well, my stuff. Mm. Is it cold outside? Volume's low. You can't hear me? Hello? 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 Louder. Ah. Ah. Is that better? Ah. Hello. Maybe I turn the music down. Ah. Unnatural, why? Hello? I'm gonna be honest. I literally woke up and the clock said 12:58, and I thought, where is the alarm? There was supposed to be an alarm, but no, it was you calling me. And then I rushed here, and here we are. Thank you, Derpiest Derp. Ma'am, it would appear you've cuffed me to the bed. I would never. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing. What the... Stop looking at my chest. God. I wouldn't have invited you over if I knew you were gonna be so weird about it. Thank you. Ah, wait. Thank you, Yukinagato60. She keeps getting more and more talented, huh? Yeah, every day. Every day I teach myself new things, and I get more and more talented. You want to know what I was up doing until 6 a.m. last night? I was working. Look, I'm gonna show you. Wait. It's really beautiful. Oh wait, first of all, I made that thing. I made that thing for Leah. It was Leah's birthday. Look, I made this. Do you think she liked it? Is this the right Freddy? I feel like she wouldn't tell me if it was the wrong Freddy. But I know it's Golden Freddy, but I forget which one it was. Anyway, that's not what I was making all night. That wasn't it. Wait, let me find it. It's in here. I haven't saved it as a PNG yet, so I'll have to open in the actual program. Thank you, Adrenal Storm. Here is your alarm. Beep, beep, beep. Wake up. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a little late, though. Thank you, Timothy. Does that make us a gentleman caller? I'm not calling you over here for a booty call. You're supposed to bring me my stuff. Why are you making this weird? Okay, wait. Saving as PNG. Where should I save it? Here, I guess. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's gonna give away the art. Wait, I have to hide the art though. I can't have you seeing who the art is yet. Okay. Now I can save it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I think that's good. Where did I save it? Ah, here it is. Okay. Look! Isn't it beautiful? This is what I was up until 6 a.m. working on. For no reason other than I wanted to. Look, it's my face. In Brave Fencer Musashi. It's beautiful. I recreated the hand. The little pixel hand, see? It's a vector, but it looks like it's pixelated. I am very talented sometimes, maybe. Beautiful. Yeah, I made some that have like double days, just in case I ever have ones where I do 2. Graphic design is my passion, okay? Y'all thought it was a joke. I was serious. I would never joke about such a thing. Why is my sexy not 100%? If it was 100%, I think the world would not be able to handle it, to be honest. Thank you, Rare Secrets. I know you're battling intrusive thoughts, but Tasukaru, I don't have intrusive thoughts. Wait, is that when you want to push someone off a bridge? Even though you don't want to push someone off a bridge? Sometimes I have those. I think about like, what if I push that person off? And then I think about, what if I jump off? And then I'm like, wait, no. Don't do that. That's not good. Wait. Stop. It happens sometimes. Thank you, Nushi Sushi. Hello, this is pretty cringe, man. Rude. I'm not cringe just because I'm tired. Are you cringe just because you're tired? I had a dream, but I can't remember what it was. I swear I had a dream though. I can't remember if it was even happy or not. I hope it was. Man, I feel like it had Leah in it, which makes sense. Because she's the last person that I talked to before going to bed. Thank you, Lord Cephalion. I'm looking for your hands to make sure they're empty for no reason. I would never. Why are you afraid of this? I wouldn't hurt you. Especially after I brought you my stuff. I would never. Is this why people think I'm ESL? Because my mouth just doesn't work sometimes? It's been happening a lot this week. I don't know. The tip of the tongue, the teeth and the lips. Tip of the tongue, teeth, the lips. Tip of the tongue, teeth, and the lips. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Thank you, Silver Dogs. I need an adult. I'm an adult. Would you like me? Hi. Thank you, Silent Shots 121. Clara, I just wanted to say I appreciate all the hard work you've been putting in recently, especially with the stream intros. I did not have to make these, and I don't know why I did, but I made one, and then I was like, what if I make one every day? And I literally make them the night before. Well, except today's. Today's I made 2 nights ago. That's why I made the schedule last night. Oh, man. You know, being sexy does require effort, and I feel like more people need to acknowledge that. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chivity. Gentleman caller, because we called you on the phone, and also we're gentlemen, in theory, maybe. Well, trying to be. I guess in that sense, yes. You are gentlemen callers. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah. 今日はおねむねむ。おねむねむだよ。確かにね、今週はね、配信の前に少しなんかイントロあるんだけどね、なんかあれなんていう日本語で恋愛ゲームみたいなあるんだけど、あれ日本語にも通訳すればよかったって今気づいた。バカだわ。Thank you, Elrian. Here's a say-so comment to make it less awkward. May your slumber be as sweet as your charm and gentle as your voice. Aww. Sometimes people are nice to me, and I don't know what to say. I'm not used to it. Okay, that sounds weird. I don't. It's not. What is it? It's just like I feel weird saying thank you. And I feel like I shouldn't feel weird saying thank you, but I do, you know? It feels like I'm like, yeah, no, I know it. But like, I don't know. But then I don't know what to say otherwise. Thank you, Adrenal Storm. I'm currently playing the Phase Connect dating sim, and I'm currently stuck in the Kaminari route. How do I get her good and bad ending? I am not sure. I think the good ending is putting on the horns. And I think the bad ending would be not putting on the horns. So then she has to force you. So she has to take matters into her own hands. Oops. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mortified. Did you know if you pay for a seat in a GT3 race car, they don't call you a pay driver, but a gentleman driver? Wait, what does that mean? In a GT3 race car? Are you gonna sit behind, like beside the driver? You know they crash those things, right? And like, they go really fast, you might throw up. And then there's more of a chance that he's gonna throw up. And then, wait, what? No, there's more of a chance that he's gonna crash. Did I say, what did I say? Tired. 안녕하세요. 조용한 크라라 라니. 크라라라라라라라니. 크라라라라라라. 크라라라라. Like a gentleman farmer. Oh. what is a gentleman farmer? Is that when you... Never mind. Never mind. Have I been to a gentleman club? Actually, there's this place in Japan where the girls wear bunny suits, but it's like a restaurant, but it's really fancy. But they're wearing bunny suits, but they're really like they're not like cosplay bunny suits. They're like professional bunny suits. It's not like a concept cafe. It's not like a maid cafe. I don't know what to call it. I would call it a gentleman club. I don't know what one is otherwise. 部屋かわいいっしょねえ、いつもね、いつもの部屋ってさ、あれだよ。クラブの後ろ楽屋だっけ。クララの楽屋だよ。Buff Garden, no. Oh, Magic Mike, no. I swear, I've been thinking about it and it's been making me sick. I'm not okay. Maybe that's why I'm distracting myself with affinity work, so that I don't have to think about it. And you enjoy their company? Not really. They don't really, I mean, like, they'll talk to you a little bit, but they mainly just serve your food. I guess that's similar to a maid cafe, though. つよぽんさん、ありがとう。ドキドキしました。あらあら。なんか、前回、ピコナサ配信でさ、なんか、クララのあらあらって聞いてたよね。なんか、みんな笑ってたけど、なぜ？なんかおかしいっすか？ピコナさん、they have like a weekly show. It's kind of like JP Face Weekly. They watch clips and stuff. And they were watching a clip of me say ara ara. And they were laughing. What were they laughing at? Is there something funny? Ara ara. Have we ever had a JP only stream? Are you tempting me to do JP week? Okay, so here are the runners for the next few weeks. Okay, so we've got the option of what was it? Oh my god, I just thought of one. I'm not even gonna tell you. Oh my god, that's a great stream idea. Wait, I have to write this down. I just had a really good stream idea. New document. Stream ideas. Okay, sorry. I had to write that down. That was really good. Anyway. What was it? Oh yeah, there was one that was we go through the ages, like school ages. So like we're in preschool, and then the next day we're in elementary school, and then the next day we're in high school, and then the next day we're in college, and then maybe we graduate. Wait, that's only 5 days. And then we're at work together, and then you die. I guess that could work, yeah. It was supposed to be school ages, but there aren't enough. Wait, no. America has middle school. Yeah, we could use that. Okay. Oh yeah, we can use that. Yeah. So, what is it? Preschool? There's 7 days a week. Preschool? Wait, but I'm off one day. Okay, preschool, elementary school, high school, college, university, and then like graduation. Oh my god, this is such a good freaking idea. Okay, so that was one of the ideas. One of them was furry week, where I'm an animal, a different animal every day. I don't remember the rest of the ideas. Were there any more? What do you mean? We have to have themed weeks now. This is now a thing, okay? The one problem with Furry Week is I probably couldn't find as good assets as I found this week. This week, I was like, okay, we're doing Sexy Week. And then I was like, okay, what is Sexy Week? Who was it that? What stream was that? I was in call with someone. Was that our literally? It might have been our anniversary stream. I'm stupid. And they asked me, they were like, we know. I was like, I'm planning to do a Sexy Week. And then they all started laughing. They were like, what? What does that mean? And I was like, I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. And here we are. I found the assets and then I went, okay, I now know what Sexy Week is. Thank you, Adrenal Storm. I would be terrified if there exists a host club in Japan where Clara enters and she's surrounded by Lokis, skeletons, and elderly grandpas. Bro, just the Lokis alone. Oh my god. I would unironically have to go. Would you get mad at me? Could you rephrase that? Could you blame me? If there was a host club, but they're all dressed like different Loki variants? The thing is, I think, remember when I said that I get that thing where if there's like a big event or something, I'll get really sad afterwards and I'll go home and cry. I forget what that's called. There's a word for it. It's like I forget. But yeah, I would get that. I feel like I would have too good of a time. Or I'd be really disappointed because they all suck. There's no in between. Post-con depression? Yeah, but there's another word for it. Because it's not just conventions. But yeah, that's like I guess that's an easier thing to relate to. Yeah. There is like because I googled it. I was like, what is this? Why do I get this? Oh, my tummy. I didn't have time to eat. I was debating. Oh my god. Okay, I hope you didn't hear that. Hopefully you won't hear it for the rest of the stream. After learning that some people appreciate that a bit too much. But what was it? Yeah, I was gonna eat before my nap. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna eat before stream. And then I didn't. Oops. Mhm. No, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm far from starving. Thank you, the zombie outbreak. Imagine the clickbait hype for the graduation. Oh my god, you're right. Okay, we have to do this now. But I do have to do that other stream. Oh my god. It's such a good idea. I feel like people won't understand it. The men won't understand it, okay? This stream is gonna be for the ladies that are looking for a little bit of nostalgia. I'm not gonna give any other hints other than that. It's gonna be great. What's wrong with my voice? Hello. Stop giving me ideas. This wasn't even them this time. This was fully me. Oh well, the graduation clickbait was all them. But I mean, I would not white background black text you, okay? I wouldn't do that. But it's gonna be a stream and it's gonna have a graduation, so you know. Yeah. It's not technically, like, here's the thing, right? Clickbait, I believe there's a way to do it. Well, technically it's actually a YouTube rule now because there was too much clickbait going on. If you don't know the YouTube lore, there was too much clickbait going on where people were literally clickbaiting people. Clickbait back in my day meant that the thumbnail was literally unrelated in any way. Like, people would just post like booba and then the video would be about like a dog. So it didn't really make sense. こんかみなりどうも今日はゆっくり話してる起きたばっか実はね12時58分に起きちゃってなんか目が覚めてあれで早めにパソコンに来ちゃった。Wait, what was I saying? I got confused. Oh yeah, but now clickbait is like, because there's a rule on YouTube now. They made a rule since then that it has to be related in some way. So as long as you speak about said thing for like 10 seconds, it counts. It's not clickbait. If the stream actually has a graduation of some kind, it's not clickbait. That's not clickbait. I mean, it is, but also it's not. You know? Oh, thank you, Adrenal Storm. Oh my god, we need Clara cross-dressing stream? Hell yeah. I could be a man. Can I do man week? How about we do sexy week except I'm a man? I'm gonna need a voice changer. I don't know if I can. I mean, here's the thing. I have had this fear of sounding too manly since I was a child. Because it all started. Well, no, that's not where it started. But it started when I was at a McDonald's drive-thru with my mom. And that was when they didn't have cameras. And then the guy, like, on the speaker he was like, okay, please move up to the next window, sir. And my mom's like, oh. And then I got placed in alto in the choir, and I was like, oh no, I too have man voice. And then when I finally cracked was when I went tobogganing. Yes, tobogganing. I would go tobogganing every year. I can speak, I swear. I went tobogganing. And then I was on the hill with my friend, and we were just playing. And there was this mother with her 2 children, her 2 sons. And she walks over. Nasa senpai, domo. 今日めっちゃ眠い、ごめん。ありがとう、レイド。コンセクシー。コンセクシー。クララです。What was I saying? Oh yeah. I was tobogganing, and this lady had her 2 sons, and she comes up to us, and she looks at me, and she goes, excuse me, my 2 boys are fighting. Are you a boy or a girl? And I yelled at her. I was like, I'm a girl. And that is when I stopped being a tomboy. Okay, when you think tomboy, you think like Avril Lavigne, you know? I was not this kind of tomboy. I was like oversized shirt with those pants that have zippers so they can turn into shorts. And then also a bowl cut. Yes, it was peak sex appeal. And then I would go and catch grasshoppers. And I liked the way that they jumped in my hand. It felt very nice. Yeah, I had a bowl cut. What about it? Yeah, it was upsetting. And then I learned how the world truly works, you know? It's truly a thing when you go from having like that to like having somewhat pretty privilege, okay? Cause then 2 years later, I like grew out my hair and I wore pink and I was all like cutesy, you know? And then a bunch of boys got crushes on me and I was like, wow, I'm still the same person, you assholes. Like literally this kid that bullied me 2 years ago had a crush on me and I was just like, I hate you. Freaking rude, man. God damn. I guess it didn't help that during my tomboy phase, I wrote "boys suck" on my shirt. But I had good reason, okay? The principal at the school, I asked if I could shave my head for cancer research, and he said no. I don't even know why I had to ask permission. Or why. No, you know what it was? I was telling people, I think. I don't know. How did this man find out? Anyway, he said I couldn't do it. And he said, because you're a girl, you can't shave your head. Boys have shaved heads. And then I wrote on my shirt, I wrote, "Boys suck," on my school uniform. And then I went back to school and he called me into the office And he was like, you know, I'm a boy. And I was like, yeah. Keep in mind that I went from this to becoming a major teacher's pet. And like all the principals and stuff, like they all loved me. Like I was a, you know, something broke when I went tobogganing, okay? I don't know what it was. I think that's when that's probably, oh my god. That's probably literally when I started masking. I learned, I was like, so this is how you fit into society? Okay. And then I just did it, I guess. Wow. True origin story. Oh my god. Yeah. And then I think that was, I don't know, I guess it's like, it wakes you up to the real world, you know what I mean? I was like, wow, staff treat me so much better when I'm like quiet and don't really voice my opinion. And also, boys get crushes on me. And also, girls get crushes on me. Yeah, I remember. She never confessed, but I knew. Yeah. Wait, am I missing some? Hold on. Okay. Thank you, Tibbity. Went and looked. Your ideas for the theme weeks were Babu, Furry, Brat, family members. That was another good one. Family members. I'll be your younger sister, and then your older sister, and then your mom, and your aunt, and then your family dog. Is that 6? Your grandma, yeah. Thank you, Arthur Gumtree. Of course you would do a sleepy stream during the middle of the day. You know, I just woke up. So, for me, this is authentic. Today is less of a roleplay day. Today is just real, raw, sleepy. Thank you, Mr. Mortified. School uniform. Did you get stuck in Catholic school or something? No. Nah. I never went to... I don't even know if there were any. If there were, I didn't know about them. No, I did not go to a Catholic school, unfortunately. That would have been kind of fun. I don't know. I have a strange relationship with my childhood life. I just, I think in the end, I just appreciated community, And also, I was in a very open church. Our church, here's all you need to know about my church. We had a female minister. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy. And that was my church. Why? So if you don't know, usually that's not a thing. Yeah, you can't really have like a female minister. But we did. Yeah. I don't know, she was a nice lady. Listening to a woman? Imagine. Maybe I should have been a minister. Oh my god, you have no idea how tempted I was. I've probably talked about this before. I was so tempted to go back to my Christian camp so I could be a counselor. I love that camp. You don't understand. I got bullied. I got bullied, but I just I don't know. I liked the games, and we had so many fun games. I remember I won one of them. Oh my god. It was you had a balloon strapped to your ankle, and then everyone else had balloons strapped to their ankles, and you had to pop other people's and guard yours. And if yours got popped, you were out. And I won. You know how many kids were at that camp? A lot. I want to say actually, I wonder how many kids there were. Let me think about how many kids there were per cabin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I'm trying to remember the layout of the cabin. I think 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 8 or 10. And then there were 2 counselors per cabin. Damn, that's a lot of staff. I think. And then, so that makes 8 or 6 kids. Maybe we'll go on the smaller side. 6 kids? I feel like that's a lot of counselors for 6 kids though, so maybe it was 8. Okay, so 8 per cabin. And I want to say there were maybe 14 cabins? I'm not sure, honestly. I have no idea. It was so much fun. I freaking love that camp. I want to go back so bad. Would you forgive me if I left for 2 weeks to go be a camp counselor at a Christian camp? Konnichiwa. Domo. Do I roast marshmallows? I don't actually think we did. I did when I went camping, but I don't know if we did at the camp. I remember one of the cabins got lice, and then they had to be quarantined, and they all had to shave their heads. Oh, damn. Thank you, Tiffany. My voice used to be mistaken for female on calls. I feel you. I don't know if it's ever happened to me, but I think that's because I became very conscious of my voice since my mom was since that happened at the McDonald's drive-thru. I've been very, very conscious. So I think since I was younger, I work to make my voice a higher pitch. So I feel like this probably isn't even my natural, you know what I mean? But now my lower voice isn't as developed, you know? When I worked, I literally would speak in falsetto. Literally. Or not falsetto, in head voice. I learned that's why I have a very strong head voice, because I would literally speak in my head voice. Mostly with customer service and stuff though. Yeah. There is a difference between head voice and falsetto. Falsetto is very weak, but still high. But head voice is like, it's where you mix, I want to say. You kind of mix your falsetto with your chest voice, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure there's like a proper soprano. No. Okay. Do we want to talk about singing? So, soprano is a vocal range. And a vocal range is something you're born with. I believe I'm a mezzo-soprano, but I'm not actually sure. So, for females, for women, people of the female gender, sex, it tends to go, there's contralto, which is the lowest female register, and then there's mezzo-soprano, and then there's soprano. And some people can say there's like a high soprano as well, but I think that's just another word for soprano, as opposed to mezzo-soprano. Mezzo-soprano is like, I want to say the typical one. Yeah. Contralto is very, very rare. Amy Winehouse was a contralto. And I don't know who else is a contralto. Why do they use those terms? Well, they've become English terms. I mean, just like other English words, right? That are taken from other languages. That's just like the words for that. But yeah. How does one figure this out? Normally, you would get tested by like a professional that could tell you your vocal range. But to get like a broad sense, there are some videos on YouTube that like you sing your lowest note and your highest note and stuff. It's a little difficult if you might be not trained, so you might not hit the correct note but think you are. Which a lot of people think that's being tone deaf, but not necessarily. It does take practice to hit the right note and be able to hear them sometimes. Being literally tone deaf is like you hear a sound and no matter what, you cannot reproduce it. I'm not sure exactly what causes it, but it's almost like your brain, like the part of your brain that hears the sound and the part of your brain that makes the sound is disconnected. It's kind of interesting. But a lot of people say tone deaf, like colloquially, it just kind of means that you're off key. But being off key doesn't necessarily mean that you're tone deaf. It can take practice. Yeah. Thank you, Lord Cephleon. My first name has always confused people despite being spelled in the masculine way. Even got invited to a professional women's meeting once. You should have gone. I want to know what a professional women's meeting is. What does that mean? Is that where you learn how to be a woman? I feel like maybe I could use some tips. I spent too much of my childhood being a boy. Thank you, Timothy. I went to Catholic school for 6th grade. Those kids were punks, yeah. I spent my time quietly reading a book on Greek mythology, and the teachers left me alone. At least they didn't think I was converting to Zeus. Nah, they have to watch out for the Norse mythology. I have fully converted to Loki. 100%. I pray to Loki. No one's gonna stop me. Literally though, like I don't think you understand. Literally whenever something terrible is happening in my life, like I think I'm gonna die an imminent death on a plane because the turbulence is strong, I pray to Loki. And you know what? So far so good. So here we go. 2 or 4 Loki? I mean, technically both. Sometimes I pray to meet Loki. Why is my throat so sore? It's not really sore. It's more like, I don't know. I just get a little bit of a cough. You pray to a Disney character? Look. Why you gotta be a hater? By the gods? No, but I don't know, it feels weird when I say it. It feels cringe. It probably feels cringe if anyone in real life says it. I'm not sure yet. I haven't tested that theory. There's not enough people who say it. It might be a movie thing. I'm not sure yet. Huh? Did they say it in Bridgerton? I can't remember. I think they might have. I don't remember. The god of stories or the prank god? Both. He is both a trickster, prankster, and he is also the god of stories, okay? They're not mutually exclusive. God. Wait, what word was I using? I already forgot. By the gods? Yeah. I watched all of Bridgerton. The last season confused me. It was strange. Spoilers, but no, you know what? You can watch it. It was, I don't know. It was, yeah. Thank you, Adrenal Storm. Reminder to wash your Loki dakimakura. We all know you have. Please be hygienic. Loki wouldn't want love stains all over his body pillow. First of all, yes he would. Loki's a degenerate. I don't think you understand. He's depraved in some ways. But I love him anyway. Ow, I laughed too hard. Yeah, Loki's a freak. Loki literally turned into a horse, got pregnant, had the baby. Like, you know. But also, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I don't have a dakimakura. Mostly because I can't look at his face all the time, okay? It's not right. You're gonna cosplay Loki at your Comic-Con. You're pretty jacked now. Okay, well, I didn't. That's TMI. But I don't need to hear about your ripples, okay? Man. ripples are close to nipples. And they're also just, I don't know, the male form is so weird. I don't know how I feel about it, okay? Loki's a soy boy? Good. I love tofu. Man. Thank you, Mask of Eyes. Wait, Mask of 7 Eyes too. Arigato. Thank you for the hearts. Man. The female form is weird as a counter? Yeah, you can't say that. The female form is beautiful. And it's all smooth. You know, last night I was scrolling through TikTok as one does. And I came across like, oh god, that trend is going around again. Where it's like it's cringe. I can't. There are very few things that I find cringe. This is it's okay, you know, I always say embrace the cringe. It's fine. But also, this is one that personally it's not my brand of cringe, you know what I mean? It's like apparently you can tell what Hogwarts house you're in by how you look someone up and down. And so people are doing the trend where they put that as the caption and then they look up and down, like kind of sexy like. And I think last year it was like mostly women that were doing it, but this year all of a sudden I'm getting a bunch of men doing it on my timeline, and I physically reacted to it. I was like, that is the grossest thing I've ever seen. Look, I don't know what it is, okay? I like men, just not when they're unclothed or when they're doing thirst trap stuff. You know, I don't know what to say. Thank you, Omen. The female form is amazing to look at. How your internals function, however, you can keep rude. I think women are great and amazing and stunning. And it's time for a feminine phenomenon. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chivity. Heard you like tofu, became a soy boy. Is a flex, to be honest. Look. Here's the thing. You know what? Do some women like this? Yes. Temma is a prime example. However, it appears that the majority of you are confused about what the majority wants, okay? Because here's the thing. We've already seen it. The data is out. Look at the man magazine covers versus the woman magazine covers, okay? We want them to look nice. And not like they're gonna rip my head off. I'm scared. Just look at K-pop. I don't know. K-pop's a weird one because I feel like, is it that popular? I don't know. I feel like it's mainly younger audiences still. I was really big into K-pop. Okay, don't at me. I really liked Big Bang and 21. And yeah. I don't know if I ever like. I don't know. I guess at the time, yeah. I was kind of like, wow, look at them dancing, look at them go. But I don't know. But now, I think the main problem is that they're all very, very young. Like, I think a lot of K-pop groups debut when they're like 18. Okay? And if you're 18, listen, sweetie, I love you. You're adorable. But you're such a little baby. You're a little baby. I'll pinch your little cheek. Yeah, goo goo gaga. It's like you're barely ready to leave the nest. Real baby rattle moment. A little bit, yeah. Nothing wrong with being 18. 18 is a wonderful time. But you're a little bit of a baby. You know? Thank you, Mr. Mortified. Clara, I'm trying to go to bed. Can you tell me another bedtime story? Thanks. You know, it's weird how few bedtime stories I actually know. Like, I legit just don't remember any stories. I remember, you know why? Because my sister used to make bedtime stories for me and they would always be very unhinged. My sister would, like, to put me to bed, she would come in and we had, maybe someone can find it. There was this Jigglypuff tape dispenser and she would use it as a toy with other toys, but I remember that one very specifically being part of this. And she would take them and she would like act them out. I think she was a big fan of that show, Katie's Farm. If you don't know Katie's Farm, it was an entire TV show where this girl had like a farm playset with like a bunch of animals and she would just like play with them. And that was the show. And my sister would do that for me. You know, we're just a family of entertainers. I don't know what else to say. You know? Thank you, Dynamic Doodle. Phase girls really seem to like the female form. There's nothing to not like, you know? I feel like everyone can appreciate the female form. It's like, it's just so soft and nice. You know what I mean? It's soft and like there's no hard edges. Oh my god. I just had a moment. The other day on TikTok, I was scrolling and I saw this girl with like her tummy and she was chubby and it was so good. That's all. That's all it was, really. I don't remember the contents of the video. I just remember the tummy was a focal point. Yeah, it had a lot of squish. It was very nice. It's so weird, you know? Maybe I won't talk about that. Is that sad? Probably. It's like, okay, I'm over most of my mental demons. I mean, there are some that'll just like never go away, I guess. But I have come to the point where I can sort of live in harmony with them and handle them, you know. There are some brainworms that cannot be crushed, unfortunately. You know, as is the case with mental illness sometimes. But it makes my relationship to the female body so weird, you know? I don't know. But yeah. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. Oh, I guess like when I was growing up, now I try not to like think about it, you know. I just kind of like turn that part of my brain off. But when I was growing up, there was always like a body that I really liked to look at, but then there was also a body that like I wanted, you know. And the body that I wanted was not healthy. You know. So we have since learned to not worry about those things. But yeah, I feel like that's a thing for a lot of people though. Or a lot of girls at least. I don't know. I don't know about boys. I'm not a boy. I don't know. Thank you, Chivity. You can get an unopened Jigglypuff. I can't speak. Jigglypuff tape dispenser for $35 before shipping. There are some on eBay. See, I knew it. I freaking loved that tape dispenser, man. I don't even remember it having tape in it, but I liked it. What kind of body? Frail. You know, I think here's the thing, right? Back in the day, this was like, we had something called heroin chic, and it ruined a lot of people's self-image. I think it was a thing for guys too, like for a while, right? I think when like emo bands started popping up, I think a lot of those guys were also very, 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 you know. Yeah. Drugs are bad. Truth? I wouldn't know. I've never done a drug. That's not true. I've had coffee and alcohol. Damn. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of brainworms. We're better now, though. It's weird. I don't know. I think there are some things that I'll just never be able to do, maybe. No, I've gotten better, I think. But it's hard, you know? Like, when I was in Europe, right? My grandma made me breakfast, and I would sit there eating it, and I didn't want to be rude, so I didn't like listen to my phone or anything. But the silence is so weird. Because my brain has time to think about things. And I don't wanna. Yeah, because my grandma, like, sometimes she would talk and sometimes she wouldn't. Like, I don't know. Just like normal family eating, I guess. It's been a while since I've done that, so. Yeah, so when I eat, I normally have like a video going as well as a game. I'm doing 3 things at once. Maybe talking in Discord at the same time, so like 4. Yeah. Because otherwise my brain starts to wander into places that I'd rather it not, you know? You know, part of what keeps me going is always being distracted. No, that sounds bad. I've dealt with things, okay? I've dealt with them, but you know, let's not beat around the bush, okay? When it comes to brain worms that surround eating in particular, they never just go away, you know? Like, I'll never be cured of that, you know what I mean? So, it's nice to have a little bit of a distraction. That helps, like, you know. Most of it is just like ignoring it, to be honest. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but for me, most of it is just ignoring it. Like, I don't look at labels on food and stuff. I don't, you know. I don't know, what else do I do? I listen to stuff while I eat, I guess. I don't really know what else. Oh god, avoid that kind of content at all costs. Good lord. The second oh yeah, YouTube has this thing where you can, if you didn't know, YouTube has a thing where you can not get certain types of ads, specifically alcohol and like weight loss related, and gambling as well. You can turn those off. So if you struggle with any of those things, you can turn those off. Yeah, it's not bad to look at labels for most people. I'm not saying like that's a bad thing, but for me it's a bad thing. I get a little I'm a very all or nothing personality, I guess. So it's not great when I look at labels, you know? I'll be like, oh my god, an egg is 60 calories? That's almost 100 calories. That's disgusting. And then I just won't eat the egg. You know, it's not great. So I just try not to think about these things. Yeah. Yeah. I do like, I like streaming. It is a good distraction. I mean, that's not all it is, but I don't know. I like keeping busy. And I feel like with streaming, there's always something you can be busy with, you know? Like, even when I'm not here, I can make an asset or something. Or I can make a weird video. Or I can work on a cover. And other stuff, you know? There's always something to do, which is nice. but also there's like a flexibility to it. Here's the thing, right? I feel like a schedule is very good for me. Like, I don't have to have my streams at the same time every day, you know? And, well, I guess it's good for algorithm stuff or whatever, but mainly it's just like, it's for me, you know? Especially having it earlier, like, I'm very tempted to place it later just because waking up in the morning is not a natural thing for me. Arigato, Pico! Pico-chan! Pico Nasarido. Nasa senpai kara Pico-chan no reido ga kichatta. Hello, Pico! Reido arigato! Domo. Hello, Raiders! Pico Reido! What was I saying? I don't know. I feel like we're getting very deep today. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I guess I'm sleepy. And a lot of my filters are off. I know. Oh my god, she has filters? Yes, okay? You know, I try to keep things lighthearted, okay? That's the majority of my filtering, is don't say weird stuff that might be sad. Usually not that hard, you know? Oh, 待って、水飲んじゃうね。Yeah. I bet you could get kind of dark. I mean, if I really wanted to, yeah. But I try not to go there, you know. Thank you, Chibbity. I've lived through a lot of power outages, hurricanes, typhoons. At night with no electricity, you get lost in your own thoughts. Silence is strange. Yeah. I remember, like, as a kid, a lot of power outages and stuff, and just like that was the time when, you know, like there was no smartphones, there was no anything. You didn't have like anything to turn to, unless I guess if you had your Game Boy charged. That's about it. But even then, you didn't have a lot of battery life. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, back then, yeah, I would find something to do, but I actually don't know what I would do now. I think I might go a little crazy. Like, I don't think you understand the level to which I distract myself. Is it healthy? I think it is, because here's the thing. Okay, you know what? I think the unhealthiest thing is stress. Stress is like the worst thing for you. Like, actually, it ages you. It spikes your freaking cortisol. Is that it? Or your adrenaline or something? You know, it's not great for your body, okay? Stress is very bad. So if distracting myself takes away from said stress, I feel like that's a win. Okay? But like, I literally... Okay, I finish stream. And then I'll put on like... I have to eat, usually, after stream. Actually, no. Maybe a few hours after, because I usually eat before stream. So before stream, I'll have some food, my tofu, and I'll play some League and watch some videos at the same time. Okay. And then like maybe check emails and stuff, you know, all at the same time. And then I'll stream, and then I'll end stream, and then I'll like work on something, like a video or something. Usually I'll go through hashtags and then see if there are any clips and then stuff like that. while watching videos in the background. Yeah, I love League. Get on my level, okay? And then, yeah, it's stress-free. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, okay? League isn't stressful for me. It makes me feel very zen, okay? League stream when? I wouldn't subject you to that. But yeah, and then I'll eat and I'll have League and stuff again. I'll work on some other stuff, maybe talk to people while watching a video. Usually I'm just like working on something like 24/7. I literally worked on that schedule for like 6 hours yesterday. The thing is, it was originally, it was going in a very different direction, and I'm also still learning the program, so I'm not very fast with it. But it was great. I was having a great time. At first I was gonna make something cutesy, and then I went in a completely different direction. I was like, wait, what if I made it look like Brave Fencer Musashi? And then I had to restart. So that's what I did. And then when I'm getting ready to turn off my computer, I'll put my earphones in under my headphones and plug them into my phone, and then I'll like start up TikTok, and then I'll have TikTok going in my pocket. Oh, I also do that while I'm making food, like while I'm in the kitchen or something. I'll have my phone in my pocket with TikTok on, and then I'll be making something, and then I have it so that when I say next, it'll skip to the next TikTok, and when I say like, it will like the TikTok, so I can have it in my pocket and listen to it while it's going. And if someone has something nice to say, I'll be like, next. It's great. Next, like, yeah, it's literally me. Sometimes I'll do karaoke while I'm in my kitchen too, like waiting for stuff. Oh yeah, and then sometimes I'll go downstairs and like get mail and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And I'll listen to my TikToks, but then I won't say next. I'll be stuck on the same TikTok because I don't want anyone to judge me for speaking English. Next, like, next. It's so good. Before TikTok, it was just YouTube videos, you know? And I also have, when I have, oh yeah, so when I go to bed, I have, oh wait, no, I forgot to mention, yeah, there's sometimes when I have karaoke sessions in my kitchen, and that's when I drop to the floor, and then I hurt my back, and then I'm in pain for a week, but it's okay. Anyway, but yeah, and then when I'm getting ready for bed, I put my earphones on under my headphones, and I turn on my phone, and then I get like well, TikTok again, yeah, and then I turn off my PC, I make my way to my bed, and then I'll scroll TikTok. And then when I'm really ready to go to bed, I'll put on YouTube, and I'll put on Reddit stories, and then I'll fall asleep. And that's literally how I go to bed. And then I wake up, and the second I wake up, I'm checking stuff again. Yep. Do I have rechargeable headphones? My headphones are they're not wireless. I don't have anything wireless for my computer. Lag, man. Those 2 seconds of lag will get you killed in League. I don't understand, but gamer. God. I need to be able to hear the freaking... What's his stupid name again? The guy who charges. I hate that guy. Why do I want to say Silas? It's not Silas. Scion. Yeah, that stupid guy. I need to be able to hear his ult. And also Kled, okay? Thank you, Yasai. Really admire your consistency and always pack your schedule. On behalf of Omis, thank you and hope you prioritize your needs as well. These are my needs, okay? I need distraction at all times. I don't think you understand. When I wasn't streaming, if I had like a day off, I was literally just playing games 24/7 while watching videos, and that's it. It's rough. I need to be distracted. Or sleeping. I guess, yeah. I like sleeping in. That's why on the weekends I give myself like 2 extra hours, you know. And also give the Euro bros a bit of a chance. You know. Who's my main? Seraphine. I like Seraphine, she's fun. I recently played her a little bit. She's kind of fun. But no, she is not my main. I haven't played Norms in a while. Norms is annoying. And here's the thing, it takes too long. Is my main thing with it. I used to only play Norms and I was like, ugh, people who play ARAM suck at this game. And it's kind of true, because when you play ARAM, you're so used to like getting all your freaking stuff. Like you start off at level 3 and like it's always a team fight, so it's very different gameplay wise, I guess. I mean, it is and isn't, you know, but we're talking about League of Legends. It's just brain off chaos fighting. Kind of, yeah. There's a lot less strategy that goes into it, and there's no warding and stuff. So, I mean, that and you're like half the time you're getting a champ that you're probably not super comfortable with. But that's kind of nice. I originally started playing it because I was like, I want to play something that's fast, and also I want to try new champs maybe. It's been nice for that, you know? It's kind of nice in that way. People are less toxic in ARAM, you would think. I mean, for the most part, yeah. But there's always that one guy. It's like spam pinging because you missed one thing. And it's just like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I've never played this champ before. I'm doing pretty good despite that. Chill. You know, I would play FPS games. See, the reason I started playing League is because I wanted to try an online game, because I don't really play online games for the most part. I wanted to try something online, but I don't like first person. And third person is also just like, But then I was watching a video of, I think it was like the top 10 multiplayer games or something. And then League was on there. And I was like, oh my god. It's top down. It's so beautiful. I love these graphics and everything. But now I have to learn how to play Marvel Rivals. I still haven't opened it yet. I should. I'm so excited. I got my code and I was like, oh my god. Let's freaking go. It's beautiful. Thank you. All the assets are from Booth. Yeah. Booth has some very nice creators on it that make very nice assets. Why will stream, please? Yeah, I should play. I don't know if I should play a little bit first. I guess I have to just to check like the chat and stuff. I have to probably turn that off. I don't know how toxic the community is yet, but you know. And I will only play Loki. If someone takes Loki, I'm gonna dodge. I refuse. Will not play anybody else. Dagger wielding, backstabbing, stealth killing Loki in Smite? Oh. Which is Mythology League? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's not the same. However, I have to say, Marvel, I'm a little disappointed with your Loki model. Although I feel like they probably didn't get the rights to like his likeness. But still, at least give me the eyebrows, okay? That's like the most important part. That's all I care about is the eyebrows. I just want the right eyebrow to be higher than the left eyebrow. Is that so much to ask? Who do I play in League? I used to play, and I still do really like playing ADC, but if I want to win and not want to commit crimes, I play support, because I feel a lot more in control of the game when I'm playing support. Like, even if my ADC runs it down, it's okay, because I can support the rest of the team, you know what I mean? But if my support runs it down, there's no wards. You know. Yeah, that's the main one, honestly. It's just no wards is such a detriment, okay? God. Yeah. Because as a support, I'm usually like, first of all, warding everywhere. Ward the river. Always. Especially when they have like a really roaming mid laner. You gotta keep that warded, man. But then when the rift is coming up or something, it's not even the rift anymore, is it? What the hell is it? I played a game recently and I was very confused. But yeah, I go to it and I go ward around it so that it can be prepared. Maybe I'll stay a bit to help, and then I'll go back and then prep for like some dragon stuff. I can't remember the order anymore. Does dragon come first? I can't remember. I'm lost. Hello, I am EP. I'm waking up, maybe. I still feel like I should take a nap, but I feel like if I take a nap after this, then I won't sleep tonight again. So maybe it's better if I don't. It was 6 a.m. and I was like, I look at my phone and I'm like, oh my god, I have to be on Leah's stream in like 3 hours. Oh no. What have I done? But, you know. But yeah, support is very important. Like when you have a good support, you understand, you know? As an ADC anyway. Maybe. I don't, you know what? Maybe you don't. I I feel like a lot of people just take supports for granted. Which, to be fair, is because a lot of them suck. But that's also because a lot of them get filled. A lot of people don't want to be playing support because they feel like it's a dumb role. You have a lot of control as a support, okay? It's a good role. I feel like in League anyway, I feel like the most consequential roles, I guess, are like mid lane, jungle, and support. If you've got those three as like a solid base, and then the other two just like pull their weight, kind of. Or no, if you have two of them that are good, like out of mid, jungle, and support, if you have two of those that are really good, then they can carry a game, so long as the others are just like not feeding or doing something really dumb, you know? Yeah, top lane's just kind of there. Although top lane can pull it around, you know? I mean, any role can, like, you know, shine, I feel like. But it's a lot easier as mid-jungle support, you know? Like, if the other team has a really, really good jungler, and yours is, like, Phil, you're going in, like, at a severe disadvantage, you know? Same with support. Mid lane, yeah, same with mid, I guess, because like the roaming for mid is just, you know, yeah, those three roles mostly, I feel like, because top lane, even if they're a really good top laner, like, they can mostly just roam to mid lane, you know, and I guess secure the rift and stuff, but yeah. And same with bot lane, right? Like they can secure a dragon and stuff like that. As long as the Yasuo is chill. No, the 0-10 power spike, man. You don't understand. You know? Yeah, if both the jungle and support have no idea what they're doing, it's almost a GG. Unless the mid laner can like friggin' pull it around. Actually, there was one game, I'll never forget this game. There was one game I had. I was so proud. My entire team was doing so badly. All of our inhibs were open, and two of them were down. And it was just me and my freaking misfortune, okay? And you know what? I freaking clutched it. It was great. I don't really remember much other than that, but I do remember winning us that game. Everyone wanted to freaking FF, and I was like, nah, man. I got this. And I did. Thank you. That game was like 3 years ago, and it's still in my head. It was a really good game, okay? I felt really good. God. Thank you, Lamaunes. Throwback to when top laners would ignore all communication to push their lane to the inhib. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Like sometimes, if you can get like a really good top laner that can just like... I guess it depends on the champ, right? But there are some, like stupid Sion. I freaking hate that guy, but... A lot of the time, Sion just like goes unnoticed. Because top lane in general can go unnoticed a lot of the time. People kind of have like a blind spot for it because it's in such its like own world. So you'll look over and you'll be like, oh my god, we have an inhib? It'll be top lane. Like, what? Oh my. Thank you, Lance Cynically. Teemo clears them all. I do love Teemo. Teemo's my husband, okay? He's just so cute. I really want a Teemo hat. I really want a Teemo hat. I don't know where to get them. Can you even buy a Teemo hat anymore? Maybe if I play enough in League, they'll send me a Teemo hat. Teemo wasn't at the ball, I know. There were a few that weren't at the ball. There was Teemo and Tak from The Thief and the Cobbler. Also Inuyasha. Actually, I could put Inuyasha and Koka. I want to put them both. Can I put them both? Maybe don't put Inuyasha, but maybe put Inuyasha. And also Kaname from Vampire Knight. And also Snape from Harry Potter. You know? Thank you, Chippity. League is a weird turn for Segly talk, but I'm down. Look, you're at my house in the middle of the night. Are you really gonna complain about what you're talking about? It's one weird harem? What do you mean? I feel like this is very good, okay? Inuyasha and Koga are the 90s kids. Jacob versus Edward. Oh god. It's kind of true. Except none of them are... They're both kind of stupid. I mean, I guess Koga is like Jacob in some ways, but Inuyasha is nothing like Edward. Inuyasha's kind of an idiot. But Edward is also kind of a PDF file. But also so is Jacob. Reminder that I'm pretty sure Bella is 17 in the first book. And Edward is like 118 or something. And also Jacob imprints on her just freshly popped out fetus. So, you know, it could be better. Her choices in men were not great. Thank you, Liquid. Clara League Yap made me relapse. Queuing an ARAM as we speak. Send help. The other day, I ended stream and I opened Discord and I have messages. Oh no! No! Oh my god. Okay, wait. I said the bad words. I said open and then I said a program. Wait. Let me turn off voice control. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't mean to. Okay. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, I opened Discord and I have messages from, well, you can guess who they're from, asking me to translate. And I was like, okay, but you're gonna have to wait. I'm playing League. And they're like, you still play League? And I was like, yeah. Yes, it was the fish. I did do some translation. Now he's judging me for playing League just because he stopped playing League. I would never. I'm too far in on this game, okay? It's my eating game. I can't eat if I don't have League. Is it Tuesdays or Wednesdays that they have maintenance? Whatever. Anyway, when they have maintenance and it's right as I'm about to eat, it's so upsetting. I'm like, well, now what am I supposed to do? My food's gonna go cold. I eat and play League at the same time? Yes! And I watch a video. And I talk in Discord. What do you not understand about freaking... Sorry, I had dry lips. I'm moisturizing them. Why are my lips so dry? Do I win? Yes! would you doubt me? From all the rage? No, I told you I'm very zen when I play League. League makes me happy. Thank you, Chibbity. Oh, speaking of, could I use your bathroom? Yes, but I must warn you, I have a rule. You're only allowed to sit when you pee, okay? There's no standing allowed in my house. Thank you. That's a rule passed on from my father, by the way. He too does not allow standing. Okay. It's not allowed. You will sit. Like a civilized person. Thank you. Do you have a washlet? Is a washlet? What is that? Isn't that the name for like that type of sink? Or are you talking about a bidet? I do have a bidet. It's very nice. It means that it's nice and heated. Standing pee hate, indeed. I agree. I approve this message. That's how you feed? Yeah, literally. My mouth and the game. No, I don't feed, okay? And I'll wait until I die later on in the game to go down to get ice cream, okay? God. Running to the combini? Mid-game? It's happened once or twice. I'm fast, okay? It's really hot. It's not that far. Yeah, I'd run. The best part is you just go, oh, shit, sorry. I have to plug in my keyboard. 1 second. And you run to the combini. Sorry, my game messed up. I have to restart. Look, it's not an everyday occurrence, okay? It's just sometimes. And this is why I only play ARAM, okay? You can't get mad when it's ARAM. It's like maybe a once a month occurrence, okay? A summoner has disconnected. Again, I said I wait until the end of the game, okay? Because that's when the death timer is a little longer, okay? I would never do that at like the second death. God. Hello. Hello. Chest enhancement. I don't know what you're talking about. My chest has always looked like this. Thank you, Tiffany. Back. Saw you had 2 toothbrushes in there. How thoughtful. Flattering, really. Didn't know that etiquette. Unsure where I'm going with this now. The thing is, I actually do have 2 toothbrushes. But they're not for the same purpose, okay? One toothbrush is for my teeth. And I forget why I kept the other toothbrush, actually. It was an old toothbrush. I think I was gonna... What was I gonna use it for? I was planning on using it for something and I forgot. But sometimes it is actually really good to keep it sometimes, though. Like if you want to scrub in between... What was I scrubbing? I forget, but there was something really dirty that I was scrubbing. But this wasn't the same toothbrush. But there was a reason that I kept this one. I don't remember why. Exposing myself. What, for keeping old toothbrushes? You had a problem with that? Why did now it's bugging me. I don't remember why I kept it. I think I saw a TikTok where someone like exfoliated their face with a toothbrush or something. And then I just never did it. I don't remember. But yeah. Maybe I should throw that out. It's probably old. Do toothbrushes get like germs if you keep them there without using them for a while? It's probably time to replace mine now anyway. Yes? Oh. Okay, I'll throw that out then. Oops. Arigatou, potato-tsara. Thank you. Are you using it to scrub the toilet with that one? I don't know. It wasn't... I don't remember what I scrubbed. But I remember there was something really... It was the fridge. It was the fridge. It was the fridge. Yeah. My fridge was like... I don't know. There was something gross. I probably spilled something at one point. So then I took out the compartment and I used the toothbrush to scrub it. Yeah. And that's why it's a good idea to keep old toothbrushes sometimes. You never know. They come in handy. Fridge mold. I don't know if it was mold. I don't think I've had mold ever. That's not true. I've had mold before. In the washroom. Or in the bathroom. It was gross. I scrubbed it away though. I usually don't, just because I usually clean my shower like as I shower. You know, maybe this is why my grandma has the squeegee. Should I start squeegeeing? No. You don't understand, okay? Because the bathroom in Japan is like, it's the whole room. So I can't imagine squeegeeing that entire space. Never mind, I'm not gonna squeegee. I will not squeegee. Yeah. It was a while ago, okay? It was like maybe over a year ago, I want to say. Or maybe a year ago. Exactly a year ago. A little less than a year ago. How long has it been? What year is it? No, it was more than a year ago. Okay, I'm going crazy. I don't know why I got it that time. Because again, I usually don't. Because I'm usually very good about... Like, I have my cleaning supplies on like a little ledge. And then as I'm showering, I'll usually just clean it. 2024, man. Take me back. Unironically, take me back to before smartphones. It's so weird. Technology is like a blessing and a curse, you know? I love how connected we are. but we're also somewhat disconnected because of it. You know what I mean? Like, I would not have learned Japanese if it weren't for the internet. I also probably wouldn't have come to Japan if it weren't for the internet. Because I would have never found out that, why can I not remember her name right now? Utada Hikaru. I would have never realized that she was Japanese and that there was a Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts song. And then I would have never searched J-pop on YouTube. And then I would have never found Morning Musume. And then I would have never found idol culture. And then I would have never been like, I want to do that. And then I would have never gone to Japan. Oh my god. Well, and then I probably would have gone to New York. I feel like there's an alternate timeline where instead of going to Japan, I went into Broadway. And sometimes I wonder if she's happier. Performing some big shows. Is it too late? Can I go to Broadway? I love Japan, but I love Broadway. I don't know. I don't know. Singing and dancing and acting sounds like a good time. I would be out there doing Grease, so the same thing. Oh god, it's the same timeline. It's just a loop. Oh god. Oh god, not cats. Why would you wish that on alternate timeline me? Why would you wish that? No. It's a dump. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Performing, man. That's what matters. I also, oh my god, even if I couldn't get into Broadway, you know where I would work? At that restaurant, that like Broadway restaurant, you know? Have you seen that? It's where like I'm pretty sure all of the waiters want to be in Broadway and stuff, so they all sing like Broadway songs while you're just like eating. It's so good. I would work there. Oh my god. I would work there right now. Okay. God. Someone get me to New York. New York rent is too expensive though. I don't think the restaurant will pay enough for me to live in New York. And also, I don't know if the restaurant would... Never mind. Man. True. I don't know. I guess like I kind of miss the physical aspect of it sometimes. Fishman 3D. Let's go. You know, there's something about like there is audience interaction, but there's like seeing, I mean, I guess you can't really see their faces a lot of the time. If you don't know, stage lights are very, very bright a lot of the time. And you can't even see people. So it's kind of similar, I guess. Thank you, Bunny Toast. For a milestone celebration, would you write a Clara musical with all your personas? Bro, how did you know? How did you know? Maybe. You know what? I'm hesitant to make any promises now. You know? After what's happened the last 2 times. Did I say what I was gonna do for 50k? I don't think I did. I don't think we've decided yet. It would take a lot of work, though, you know? Making a musical is hard work, okay? I would have to decide, first of all, if they're gonna be original songs, that's gonna cost money. I can't make songs, are you kidding me? Look, GarageBand is my passion, but it's not great, okay? Man, Little Shop of Horrors, I still haven't seen that. 50k is coming sooner than you think? I don't know, man. We just hit 40k, okay? Chill. Chill. 3D 欲しいよな 3D いろいろねしたいことあるから、まあ、したいことあるっていうか普通に踊りたいけどねYou know, in that one stream though, yeah, you know, I'm getting PTSD to my elementary school days. You know, is regular Clara not good enough for you? Do I need to be sexy? What am I talking about? Regular Clara is sexy, okay? God. Yeah, friggin' Magic Mike. I'm so upset that it's not on frickin' Netflix. God, I have to friggin' rent it. It's so upsetting. I have to pay extra for the frickin' nipples. Is Papa Nari gonna join us? Oh god, I don't know if I could handle watching Magic Mike with my dad. You'd get two very different opinions on the movie. Oh, good lord. Oh, it's tempting. It is tempting. Can we all just say we did Magic Mike? No, because I'm a woman of my word. Okay, I will suffer through the nipples for you. Oh, God. Should join the cast on Magic Mike? I don't know about that. I'm not a woman? What? Excuse me? You would probably disown me? I don't think you understand. What do you think I mean when I'm saying two different opinions? I would be the one that doesn't like it. Hello? I would be the one suffering here, okay? God. Oh, God. Thank you, Jiminy. Does Hawk Twa mean anything to you? My dad. Okay. My dad, Papa Nari, the other day when I was doing the freaking karaoke stream, he messaged me and was like, I'm watching right now while I'm listening. Please continue. I'm at the gym and I need to do a few more reps. And I was like, first of all, oh God. Why is the one time you're watching during friggin' sexy week necessary? Anyway, but then we start talking about other things and he's like, does Hawk Twa mean anything to you? And I'm like, unfortunately, yes.
And he's like, oh, because I'm watching a podcast with this girl on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my god, man. He said he bought new socks. Because I ripped on him for his socks when I was there. I was like, your socks are not very Gen Z approved. You gotta get on that. And he was like, wow, okay. Actually, he was very defensive, but then he went out and got socks. He's literally me. Oh god, I just realized. Literally, like when I, like, someone will say something and I'll be like, no, and I'll freaking defend myself back and forth. But in my heart, I'll know it's true. And then I'll go and fix it. Like, I take the advice to heart. You know, I have to defend my honor first. Man. Yes. Okay, the Gen Z socks. So, we don't do, I don't know who ever did these, to be honest. I always hated these, okay? I'm convinced that my taste in fashion is timeless, okay? And that's why everything that I used to like is now all of a sudden trendy. Y2K? Freaking kawaii fashion? I've been doing that for years. And I was always saying, like, I really want, like, Scene Kid stuff needs to come back real big. Scene Kid was so good. Scene Kid was peak fashion, okay? Fight me. You know? I always liked those things. And I was like, I want them to come back. Because I want those clothes. And now they're back. Scene Girls? Oh my god. Yes. 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 Multiple hair colors? Yes. Multiple hair lengths? Yes. Raccoon hair? Yes. Teasing your hair? Yes. Bring it back. Bring it back right now. It was so peak. You just don't understand, okay? God. Some people think fashion means like it make my pee-pee hard. No, that's not what fashion is, okay? Fashion is about making a statement. God. And Scene Kid fashion made a statement, okay? Y'all are some haters. Why not both? I mean, because that's boring, okay? If you're just worried about sales, it can make for some very boring outfits. I'm not gonna lie, okay? There's so many shapes and like patterns and forms that you can work with. I feel like I need to tell you right now that I have 7 pairs of the same shirt and I wear them every day. I appreciate fashion from afar, but I am lazy. No, you know what it is? I really want to go and get like a professional color analysis and like fashion analysis, and I want a professional to tell me what I'm supposed to be wearing that will flatter me, and then I'll go out and I'll buy a wardrobe, okay? But for now, I'm gonna wear my 7 shirts that are the same. Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to wear, okay? You know what I mean? I'm moist critical. Not like this. Man. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, it's easier, you know what I mean? Apparently it makes you more productive. And you know what? I have to agree. That's why, like, Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs always, you know, same shirt. Like, same outfit, not same shirt. Same shirt sounds like you're wearing literally the same shirt every day. That's not what I mean. I mean, like you're wearing the same outfit. You know? It's a different shirt, but it's the same shirt. What? Huh? Yes. Bro, what YouTuber am I gonna become next? People already say what's his name? Germa. I haven't seen enough of him, but everything I've seen, I still don't know if it's a compliment or not. You know? Man. Thank you, Adrenal Storm. So have you ever done fashion modeling? Walk down a model runway? I guess technically yes. Not the runway one, no. But yeah, I've modeled some stuff. What was it? I don't know if I should get into specifics. I did some clothes stuff and nail stuff, which is kind of weird. But yeah, they like put nails on for you, and then you like show your little hands, you pose with them, so you can be like, yeah, look at my fancy nails. Yeah. I don't know. It was fun. It was like a cute little girly magazine. Not hand modeling. Like it was like a so a lot of Japanese magazines for girls, or like young girls, I guess, like teens to like early 20s-ish maybe is the market, I guess. Those kind of like magazines will usually have a page where they have a model, and then they show off like their outfit and their nails and stuff, and they say like where they got them, how much they were and stuff. You know, it's not just like they won't just show the hands and be like, look, you can get these nails somewhere. So it's not really a hand model. It's kind of like, I guess I'd say like an influencer model in a way, I guess. I don't know. It's like they see the model and they're like, I want to wear what that model's wearing, you know? It's that kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know. It was fun though. But a lot of modeling jobs require you to wake up like really freaking early. So it kind of sucks. Man. And then you have to travel all the way to a freaking studio. So you have to wake up even earlier. Be there at like 9. Sucks. Hello, welcome. Welcome. I might leave soon just because I'm a little hungry. Luckily, my stomach has stopped making noises though. Did they make you diet during modeling? I mean, no. But again, I had brain worms, so here's the thing, right? the thing that I think I learned for me is like, which I guess is nice that I learned it, is like my body is just different from sizes sometimes, which sounds maybe common sense for some people, but a lot of the time it's like you feel like you have to fit into it. But like, here's the thing. Okay, no beating around the bush. I was underweight. If you want to know how underweight, how do I say that in like a, how do I say that in nice terms? You know how there's a cycle that women go through? I didn't have that for a while. So we know we're not allowed to laugh big today. Stop. Shark Week. But yeah. But even then, okay, here's the thing, right? But even then, my butt did not fit into some clothing, okay? So I think at one point you just gotta learn, like, okay, bodies are shaped differently. Bodies are not always, you know, like some people have bigger shoulders, some people have bigger hips, some people have bigger waists, you know? That's just like a thing, you know? No, it's just like my bone structure. Because here's the thing, I did not have a lot of fat at the time. Like, you know? But my bones just like did not allow, you know? Like my bone structure is just like, no. But I think in some ways that was a good thing for me to see, you know? It kind of woke me up and I was like, wow. Even when I'm at this level, I still don't fit. So maybe it's okay to just like not fit sometimes, you know? That makes sense. You know? It gave me a bit of a wake-up call. Here's the thing, I never really talked about that with a doctor. I was never I was never diagnosed with an eating disorder because I fixed it on my own. I don't know. I woke up one day and I looked in the mirror and I was like, ew. I was just like, ew. Why am I bony? Like it's weird. It's not like a naturally slim kind of bony. It's like a, oh my god, are you gonna be okay kind of bony, you know? They're very different. You can tell when someone is naturally very slim and when someone's like, they might pass out. Like, you know? Yeah. And then I looked in the mirror and I was just like, ew. I'm gonna stop this now. Yeah, and it obviously it wasn't that simple. Like, I still had a big fascination with numbers is my big thing. I really like, for me, calculating numbers and stuff and like adding them up and like, okay, then how many numbers do I have left and blah blah blah. That was a big thing for me. I think the thing that you have to remember is a lot of the times it's not about looking a certain way. Like wanting to look a certain way isn't enough to have that kind of problem. It's usually about feeling a lack of control in your life. And I think at that time, like at that point in my life, I just felt a little what's the word? I can't remember what the word is. Like I didn't feel like I had as much agency over my life, you know? Yeah. And I think that as I matured past that and found myself, maybe it helped. Honestly, masking was probably not great. That probably contributed. Thank you, Chivity. Owning 7 of the same shirt just means you're really dedicated to being a vintage cartoon character. Respect. Truth. True. I don't know. Like, I find one shirt or like something that I like, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy 7. And I just like, I don't know. I used to like dressing up a lot. I still do, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I don't like a lot of fabrics, like the way they feel against my skin and stuff. So it's hard to find stuff that I really like, you know? My grandma has inspired me though. When's the last time you got really dressed up? I have no idea. I don't really go, like, here's the thing, right? I've never, ow, oh my god, my jaw. Sorry. TMJ moment. Let's just talk about everything that's wrong with me. The stream. What is it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, like since I was a kid, I always really hated like fancy restaurants and stuff. I think it's cause I don't know, something about the vibe. There's also like, there are certain stores that I won't go in because I don't like their vibe. Like they feel very, almost like, what's the word? Like clinical? I don't think that's the word that I'm looking for. Like it feels like a medical facility. What's the word for that? Anyway, I don't know. Like I just look like window shopping and I look in and I'm just like, ooh, sterile. Yeah, some stores have like a very sterile feel to them. I don't like it. So I won't go in. That's why I didn't go into Zara for years. I still don't really like it in there. I don't know. It's like, it's weird because it's sterile, but it still feels chaotic in the way that they set things up. I don't know how to explain it. It's like they can't just put all the shirts here and all the shorts here and all the skirts here. It's like everything is kind of chaos, and it's not like they're themed either. Like, okay, maybe pink clothes are here and like blue clothes are there or something. It's just like, it's chaotic. I don't like it. You've not felt that before? I feel it regularly. I hate shopping. hate shopping. My idea of shopping is I go onto the Uniqlo website and I see something that looks kind of nice, and then I go into the store and I try it on, and then I try it on in like 3 different sizes just to check, and then I'm like, okay, I think I like this one, and then I buy it, and then I wear it, and then I'm like, you know what, I really like this one, and then I go onto the online website and then I buy 7 of them.
Yahoo! そうだよ、今日もね、なんか今週は意外と結構リラックス的な配信かもしれないね。そうなっちゃったかも。Yeah, it's disorganized. I don't know. It feels very like, I don't know. It's sterile and then you don't know where anything is. I hate it. I don't like it. Like I get the logic behind it, right? Is like you want them to look at like what is going to pop out more and like get their attention with that, and then you put sales items in the back or whatever so that they're forced to go through all the new stuff first, and like you want them to be looking at different things all at the same time so that even if they came in with a shirt, maybe they'll buy some shorts as well, you know? But like, I don't know. It's wrong. I don't like it. I don't like it. To buy more and look at more stuff. Yeah, see? That's the thing. Like, I get it. It's not for me. I hate it. I walk out angry. But usually, like, even if I'm shopping, I'm very fast when I'm shopping. Like, I'll go through the aisles, I'll see maybe like a color or a texture or a pattern that will stick out to me. I'll look at it, I'll feel it, and then I'll know if I want to try it on or not instantly. I don't know. And then I'll either grab it or I won't. And I'll keep walking. Yeah. I don't know. I do, like, I don't know. I wish I had more of a collection. You know? Am I an impulsive shopper who regrets buying too much? No. I don't think so, no. I tend to not buy a lot. Like, the way I first came to Japan, I worked 2 jobs and I was scared to buy anything. So I literally just had a bunch of money saved up. And I went to Japan. Because they, like, you have to prove that, like, you have enough money and stuff to, like, support yourself and stuff. And then I did that. I passed that with flying colors. It was great. Bought my tickets and everything. Yeah. Was I supposed to be going to school during that time? Maybe. Did I work full-time instead? Maybe. Was my dad not very happy with me? Maybe. Yeah, I want to be like that. I want to be like that grandma, that green grandma. Have you seen the green grandma? Everything she owns is green. It's great. I want to be that grandma. There are a few people like that. There's one girl who, like, everything she owns is, I think it's pink and blue. And, like, she dyes her hair half pink and half blue. And then she'll, like, buy 2 pairs of shoes. And then she'll donate the other 2. Because she only needs 2 of them. Because she only needs 1 pink and 1 blue. And they have to be on the correct side. I want to do that. I want that to be me.
What color would you buy? I don't. It doesn't have to be a color. It could also be like a theme. I think I'd want to be like. I really like 1950s aesthetic. You know, 1940s, 1950s. Especially like the appliances and stuff. I like the pastel, really bright, like toaster. I like that aesthetic. I would like that. Minimalist? Hell no. We're going maximalist, baby. We're going full on maximalist. I want to be a housewife. I don't know if I can cook. Can I be a housewife that just like cleans and welcomes you home, and then we order takeout? I can bake. If you get an oven, I can bake cookies and birthday cakes and I don't know, other stuff. I can make pancakes. I make really good French toast. And I can make a really good grilled cheese. That's about it. No, not my money. I'm gonna be stay at home. Has to be your money. Look, what I lack in cooking, I make up for in baking. Maybe. And cleaning, okay? Look, you could live alone and not have someone who bakes you cookies and welcomes you home and cleans your house. Or you could have someone who does that. I feel like that's an addition to your life. Are you not willing to pay a price for this? Sounds like I'm selling this service off. That's not what I meant. You know what I mean? Credit the Asset Maker. Yeah, it's a really popular one on Booth. Who is it? I'm sure if I go to Booth, it'll probably come up. Wait, maybe not. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure this is who made it anyway. I think it's like FA, and then it's a bunch of characters I can't read. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's small. The kanji for small, FA, and then a bunch of other kanji I can't read. Man. But if you look up VTuber assets on Booth, they will come up. Yeah, I think they're like, they have the most from what I've seen. They're really good too. Yeah. Thank you, Tiffany. What I lack in cooking, I make up for in buns. That too. my skeletal structure. Okay. God. My throat. I need more water. I need to pour myself water. Yeah. Small FA and then a bunch of other characters that I can't read. Okay. So you basically only eat takeout and konbini? I make pasta sometimes. Oh yeah, I can make pasta. Look, I would be willing to go to a cooking school if you pay for it. And then I will take up cooking. Because again, I need a distraction from my life. So I will cook. I just don't have the tools, okay? I need... Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's it, yeah. I need confidence in cooking. I told you, I have trauma. Cooking related trauma, okay? I need to get over it, okay? You can never judge my cooking, or I might just never cook again. You have to be nice about it, okay? You have to be like, wow, this is so good. Amazing. You did so amazing. And I'll be like, no, I feel like it's too salty. And you'll be like, you could use a little less salt. Yeah, but it's really good. It tastes so good. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll do better next time. Okay, you have to be nice. Or I'll cry. I'm like tearing up thinking about it. Actually tearing up thinking about it. I wouldn't burn the food. Okay, you might not want to trust me cooking meat. Okay? That's... Except for maybe if it's in the oven. I could do chicken in the oven. I could probably do that. I've watched my mom do it a lot. Chicken and turkey. I haven't had turkey in so many years, man. I went back for Christmas one year. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have turkey. My mom's like, turkey's too expensive. We're having chicken. I was like, damn it. I come back here. I take, you know how many hours that flight was? You can't even get a turkey. Sucks. Actually, I think I still wasn't eating meat at the time, so it didn't really make a difference. Never mind. Yeah. Oops. Not me complaining when I didn't even eat it. Oh my god, stuffing. I will learn how to make stuffing. Oh my god, I love stuffing. Oh my god, I want stuffing right now. Oh my god. I love stuffing. Stuffing is the best part of Christmas and Thanksgiving. Am I still veggie? Mostly, yeah. I just like... Okay, here's the thing. It's like... I feel like it's the same as like with sugars and stuff like that. Like, if you stop having them, it kind of grosses you out. I can't relate on the sugar thing, but I've heard. What's another thing that came like that? Like fast food, yeah. If you don't have a lot of fast food for a while, looking at it again is kind of like, ugh. Ooh. That's kind of how I feel about it. Except for chicken. Chicken is the one thing that, like, I always craved throughout the years, even when I was veggie. And that's why I eat chicken now. Because I feel like, you know, if your body still craves something after like so many years of not eating it, I feel like that's a thing that your body probably wants, you know? Maybe it's good for you. My body does not crave beef or pork. My body only wants chicken. It is the best meat. It really is. Chicken is so good. Man, you cannot tell me that a hamburger is better than a chicken burger. Nuh-uh. No freaking way. You can fry it. You can grill it. You can boil it if you're weird, I guess. My favorite part is the legs. I love chicken legs. They're so good. Oh my god, dark meat. Oh, I love chicken legs. I don't hate the other parts. It's just that they tend to be very dry. But if you cook them nicely, they're good too. I don't really like sauces, so it's not really an option. Man. What is soup if not boiled chicken? No. I do like chicken noodle soup. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a chicken nugget in a long time, just because I'm convinced that that's not really chicken. I don't know. I don't crave the chicken nugget. I used to eat so many chicken nuggets though. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Breast, thigh, or leg? Yeah, leg. Yeah. Leg. Leg gal. Give me those legs.
What about duck? I've had duck before. I don't know. It's not really... All other meat is... Like, meat in general is kind of eh. And then I'll have chicken maybe like once a week. Or like once every 2 weeks. I'm not that big on it. It's mostly like... I don't know. I'll feel like my body is just like craving it more. And I'll be like, I haven't had chicken in a while. Maybe I should eat some chicken. I think it's like, cause you know, like getting vitamin B12 is kind of hard. Unless you have like meat. So I feel like it's just when my body is like, hey, lady, you need some B12. And I'm like, okay. And then I start craving chicken. And then I go eat chicken. You know? Yeah, I'm almost veggie. Mainly just because I don't really like it. Bone in or out? I'd rather if there's no bone when I'm in public. I don't like... I'm very nervous about eating in front of people in general. And if the food is hard to eat, or like if it looks messy or something, I don't want to eat it. It makes me very self-conscious. Yeah. I don't know. It's good, I guess. What are we talking about? Can eat without you seeing. Yeah. I don't eat during stream though. I don't want you guys to hear me. Ew. The noises are even worse, man. God. Man. No. I don't like the... Like, I don't know. Even the thought of red meat, like, kind of makes me sick. I don't know. It makes me, like, queasy. I don't know. And again, like, I used to be one of those people, like, when I was little, I was like, I like animals. I'm gonna go vegetarian. And then, like, my mom would make hamburgers for dinner and I'd be like, never mind. You know, I was very into it. You know, I loved it. I freaking loved meat. But after not having it for so long, I just like, I don't know, I stopped craving it, except for chicken. And that to me tells me I just want chicken. My body only craves chicken. I will eat the chicken. I don't know. As long as you know where it came from. I don't know. It freaks me out. I don't know why. Something about the look of it that just like, I don't know. And then I imagine like the texture and the taste and it, I don't know. Because I still vaguely remember what they taste like and stuff. But I am not, it does not appeal to me. I don't know. Thank you, Yasai, arigato. Go get some famichiki tonight. No, I can't eat the famichiki. It scares me now. I had one bad experience with famichiki and now I'm scared. I'm sure it's fine. one time is all it takes to scare me off. You know? Honestly, it probably wasn't even the chicken, but here we are. Man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I actually had famichiki since then. So maybe I'm a liar. I don't know. But every time I do eat it, I think about it. I'm like, remember that one time you got sick? Yeah. That was before, I remember that. That was before the collab with Temma and Rooney. Yes? Watching the freaking Harry Potter. Yeah, I didn't sleep at all that night because I was so sick. Man, that movie was wild.
Thank you, Augusto P. Thank you for keeping us company, Clarita. And thank you for keeping me company on this sleepy, sleepy day.
Man, it wasn't supposed to be so real, but it was. I did not sleep that much.
Do I like to eat on a first date?
I mean, okay, if I was gonna go on a date, no. I feel like that's like a standard thing though, right? Like I feel like when you hear about dates, it's normally like you go to, like, you eat and then you go to a movie or something. I feel like that's, first of all, if you're going on a first date, why are you going on a movie? Wouldn't you, like, not talk to each other? Isn't that, aren't you supposed to get to know each other? Isn't that the whole point? I get, like, maybe like a third. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe because, okay, never mind. I thought it through. Maybe it's because, like, if you're too nervous to ask someone on a date, so you're like, you know that movie that's coming out that I heard you might be interested in? Do you want to go see it together? Maybe it's like a reason to go on the date, you know? It's like a foot in. So never mind. I won't judge too much. That makes sense. But if you're like, I don't know, if you're on like a dating app, what is it? Bumble? If you're on Bumble or something, and then you ask someone to the movies, that I understand a little less. You're supposed to get to know each other. What do you mean? But if you're like at that point where you're like, I'm not sure if it's okay to ask this person out, like maybe, and then you ask them to a movie, maybe that makes sense. I don't know. Why are you asking me? Grinder? Yeah, or that. Goodness, man. Yeah, if you already know each other, like maybe like, I don't know, how long does it take to get to know someone? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, if I was gonna ask someone out on a date, I guess it depends on the person, huh? Okay, I would go eating, but to somewhere that's like, it's easy to eat. So like yakitori. You know, because they're like bite-sized and they're not too messy. Yeah, something like yakitori is good. Coffee place? I don't drink coffee. Don't tell Sakana. That's why you guys have to drink it for me. Okay? That's part of the deal. I can't drink coffee or tea, okay? It's not my fault. I would if I could. If I could drink coffee, I would drink Phase coffee. And only Phase coffee, okay? そう、焼き鳥おいしいし、なんかね、なんか初デートだったらどこに行くのって聞かれてて、なんか食べるのって聞かれて、なんか人の前で食べるのがねちょっと恥ずかしいからさ、なんか汚いものとかだったら、汚いっていうかなんかなんだろう、ソースがいっぱいあるとかそういうものとかだったら恥ずかしいし、でもなんか焼き鳥とかそういうぐらいだったらいいかも。ありがとうつよぽんさん。俺はセブンイレブンで七チキパーティーにします。七チキってあった？なんかファミチキをねめっちゃ聞くんだけど、七チキは初耳かも。今度食べるか。Thank you, Super SSG. Out of curiosity, then, what would be your ideal first date? Asking for a friend, furiously preparing notes. You have to remember that everyone's different, you know? I don't know. What? I don't know. The idea of a date is so weird. It's so awkward. I don't know. It feels like I just wanna, you know what? Okay, it depends on how well we know each other, obviously. But like, I just wanna hang out and play games. Can we do that? Can you play a game that can you play like Resident Evil or something, and I'll watch? And that can be the date. The thing is, that requires going to a house, which might be not appropriate if you don't know each other that well. How about Mario Kart? No, that's how you start a freaking breakup. An arcade? An arcade might be fun. Especially, oh my god, if you can play DDR. Oh man, it's kind of slutty. Oh my god, I love DDR. I don't know if I'd want to play DDR though, cause then you get too slutty. That too. You get too sweaty if you start playing DDR. So never mind. Maybe not. Maybe not. I guess eating really does make the most sense. There's not really a lot of things to like do in public other than eat. I guess you could go to like an amusement park or something. But I don't want somebody to get mad at me because I won't go on the loopy-loop roller coaster. Or like the one that goes 90 degrees down or something. Look, I'll go on the teacups. I'll go on the ride that goes up and then it goes and then it brings you down and then it brings you up again and then it goes and it brings you down again. I'll go on that. Like the haunted tower? Tower of Terror? I'll go on that. ありがとうつよぽんさん。ではまた見に来ましょう。あ、水着デートも楽しみにしてます。ありがとう。いってらっしゃい。いってらっしゃい。クララもね、多分そろそろ終わらせるかな。お腹すいた。朝ごはん食べてない。I'm hungry. Bumper cars. I guess. I don't know. Bumper cars is weird because there's a bunch of strangers and you're like bumping into them. I don't know how I feel. If we can get together in the same bumper car, that sounds like fun. I would do that. That sounds good. I like the idea of this, yeah. I don't like the idea of being alone to fend for myself among all the other cards. You know? Or like sometimes they have the horsey ones. What are they called? Carousel? Is that what it's called? A horse carousel? They have those, but they have ones that like you can go on together. You can be 2 people. You can do that. I want to go to amusement park now. I want to go see Jafar. I have to go see my husband. My other husband. I have a few, okay? Man, look, until they bring Loki to the Japan parks, Jafar is my husband. And then the second Loki is here, I'm out. Bye. Bye, Jafar. Who's Jafar? I don't even know him. Jafar? Will like get far away from me? NGR first date. We go to Disney. I'm crying and kneeling in front of Loki the whole time. You could put on the horns too. What's your excuse? Yeah, like Aladdin, Jafar. Yeah. Thank you, Jiminy. Hey, baby. Wanna go store hopping for Loki merch? Bro. Oh my god. And then you seal the deal by buying me a figurine. Is that what Pippa did? Is Pippa trying to marry me? Oh my god. I've opened my eyes. I've opened my own eyes. Jafar has a horny chin. Kinda, yeah. A little bit, yeah. My goodness, man. I have some stuff I have to get to Pippa. This is how we bond now. Except I can't find freaking Colress stuff, so I don't think that's ever gonna be a thing. Man, I'm still so upset that I tried to commission artwork of freaking Pippa and Colress. And the girl was like, I can't draw Nintendo characters. Like, damn it. Man, I'm so sad. That's terrible. I won't tell. Man. Dio from JoJo? Oh, is that the flavor of the month? Okay. This might actually be a lot easier. Is that why she was asking if anyone liked JoJo? In the Discord? I've never seen it, so I didn't weigh in. My anime knowledge is Rizel Mine, which is probably strange. I don't really remember what that anime was about, to be honest. Rizel Mine, Dokoro-chan, School Days, Vampire Night, Ashita no Na-chan, Inuyasha, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, Pokemon, King of the Hill. I don't know, what else have I seen? I'm like sure I've seen more than that. Nichijo, I like Nichijo. I don't remember. Dang it, Bobby. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of Ghibli stuff. Yeah. I like hesitate to call like when I think anime, I think like TV series anime. Like Ghibli enters a different part of my brain. I'm not sure why. No. I've definitely seen more than that. I just can't remember what. Probably some weird, obscure ones. I have to say, unfortunately, I think. Oh, wait! Odan Host Club? Okay, thank you. I should rewatch that. Kinda want to rewatch that one. I think my favorite one, though, is probably Vampire Night. A close second is Ashita no Naja. I really like Ashita no Naja. It's so cute. I have never seen those. Nope. Code Geass? Nope. Haruhi? Nope. Barakamo? Nope. Who's my favorite host? Oh, from Orang? When I first watched it, I liked the guy with the glasses. But then I watched it again years later, and I was like, he's kind of a dick. And now I like the main guy. Although I did like one of the twins as well. One of the twins was very nice. I think like anime, like re-watching anime over the years, and like movies in general, made me realize what it means to mature. Like when I first watched Vampire Night, I really liked Zero, and I was like all in on Zero. And then I rewatched it years later, and I'm like, oh my god, Kaname, shut up, Zero, you stupid man. Kaname is speaking. You know, I don't know. Kind of, he was written to be a dick. Yeah, but like at the time, I found that attractive, you know? And now I've matured past this point in my life, you know? I am no longer attracted to dicks. Forget I said that. I'm no longer attracted to jerks, okay? Stop! God! Man! Dang it! Yeah, Loki's not an asshole. You don't understand Loki, okay? Just because you don't understand him doesn't make him an asshole. Thor is way more of a jerk, okay? I guess he kind of redeems himself too. Like, he goes through this arc of, like, learning to not be a jerk. But, like, I don't know. He's like the chosen child, you know? He has everything handed to him, whereas Loki has to work for it, okay? God. And he's going through stuff, okay? He's young in the beginning. Well, so is Thor. So that's both of their excuses, I guess. And then they grow out of it. And Loki super grows out of it, okay? Loki had a tough life. I don't think you understand, okay? God. Thor has himbo rebirth. Like, the whole first movie is Thor wanting to go to war. Because some guys, like, freaking broke in. He wants to go to war with an entire planet. And his dad's like, Thor, shut up. We're not going to war. And you know what? Thor's like, we're gonna go to war anyway. We're gonna go and teach them a lesson. Like, That's Thor, okay? God. Man. Yeah. It's not even just that he was adopted, okay? Loki learned that he was basically from the race that his race, or like his family's race, like looks down on as like inferior beings. And he has to tackle those feelings of like, is that how you see me? Is that why I never was treated the same way? You know? And then he finds out that like he's the son of like their enemy, basically. You know? Yeah, the frost giants. You know? He is inferior. Tell me why he controls the entire universe, man. He could kill everyone in like 2 seconds. And you know what? He doesn't. Because he loves everyone, okay? He just wants friends and love, okay? Know what I mean? God. He's just a little trickster. God. Like even like he let them into the castle, but like it was just a jokey joke, you know? Nobody got hurt. And he didn't want anyone to get hurt, you know? Just pulling a little prank. He's such a playful little boy. You know? And then he wants to prove so badly that he's worthy of love, that he like secretly starts a war, and then he kills his own biological dad as he's about to kill his adoptive dad. And he's like, and it's basically like a "see, dad, I saved you. I am the worthy son. See, dad, I belong here." You know? That's all he wanted. My poor boy. Maybe. Look, I didn't bring it up. I don't think. Did I bring this up? I don't think I was the one who brought Loki up. Yeah, it wasn't me. Someone said that I like bad boys, and I was like, no, I don't. Misunderstood? Yes. Redeemable? Yes. Straight up villainy? No. Like, a true, pure, just like evil soul is probably Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I would never. Okay, that is an evil man. Ew. The only sexy person in that movie is the girl, Esmeralda. Yeah. I also talked about League for a good like 30 minutes. Yeah. It's less I can fix him, because I know that doesn't make any sense, you know? I know now. You can only fix yourself. But I can support him while he fixes himself, okay? You can't fix anybody, okay? It's not how this works. You tuned out for the League part. I love that game, okay? Can't take it away from me. God. Loki from comic book is hardcore evil? Okay, well, good thing I am not talking about him, okay? Gosh. He's the god of stories. Man. Is that a challenge? No. I love League. Don't take it away from me, please. I'm getting hungry. If Sakana paid FaZe girls $100 each per league win they got. Clara's turn when? He won't give me a turn because he knows I'm too good, okay? He knows I would hard carry. The fact that they had Uruka as a jungler. They should have let literally anyone else jungle. What were they thinking? Again, the important roles. Jungle, mid, support. I'm not a great jungler, but I would have jungled. Let Uruka play ADC. Come on, what are you doing? Man. Well, poor Uruka. I think that was like her first time playing the freaking game. Thank you, Kasa. Arigato. I made an oopsie. Now I have 10,000 UAP. Help me. Oh god, they're taking over. They're multiplying. You fed them after midnight, didn't you? No. Thank you, McBingading. Arigato. Everybody forgets about top. Top lane? Yeah. It's kind of its own world. Again, you forget about top lane until you're like looking around the map and you're like, wait, since when do we not have an inhibitor? And then you start flaming them. You know? Yeah. That's how top lane is played, right? Oh yeah, that too. Their top laner randomly comes to your lane and you're just like, what the hell? And that's when you look at top lane and you see that you're missing an inhibitor and you're just like, what the hell, man? That's what happens, yeah. Yeah. Man. I don't know. I like League. I ranked once upon a time. God, ranking is just, here's the thing. There's too much RNG in friggin' ranking. It doesn't feel like I'm in control. Because here's the thing about rank. This literally happened in one of my placements. This literally happened. Get into game. Mid laner and bot laner both die 3 times within the first 5 minutes. And then they both AFK. Like they were duo and that was the plan from the start. That's literally what happened. Like people, the worst thing that can happen in a league game is someone being AFK. That is the absolute worst. Like AFK or inting, right? And I mean like actual inting. I don't mean like, oh my god, that person died by accident, they're inting. I mean like literal inting, right? That is the worst thing that could happen. Worst, absolute worst case scenario. And the second worst case is like, they're bad. They're just like very, very bad, you know? That's it, you know? Otherwise, you gotta stick it through. The other team could mess up so bad. You do not know, you know? But ranking is just terrible because everyone's on their worst behavior. So bad. It's so annoying. Thank you, Tiffany. Arigato. Update. The Loki Season 2 art book has been pushed back from October 1st to December 31st. Curses. Oh my god. I need photos from the last scene. They need to release good photos with the frickin' horns. I swear to God, I'm so mad. Do you know how hard it is to find really high quality pictures with the horns? It's so hard. They need to do a photo shoot or something. Please. Are you not thinking about this? You know how bad it is? When I was at Comic-Con, they have like pictures you can choose from for them to sign, or you can bring your own stuff or like your own pictures and stuff. The first time I brought my own picture, right? Because I didn't trust them, okay? And sure enough, I was right. The second time I was like, I'm gonna just pick one of their photos, that's fine. You know, I already have a signature, it's okay. And I was looking at them, and one of them, they literally photoshopped the horns onto it, and it was not a good Photoshop job. It was that picture where he's like sitting on the throne, and there's a lot of edits with the horns on it on Google. They literally photoshopped it. I was like, that is terrible. But that's how hard it is to find a frickin' picture. God. Man, I need a third signature though. I'm sad because there was kind of a mistranslation. Okay, the first time I got Tom Hiddleston like signature, and then the second time I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a Loki signature because I just want a Loki signature. And then I asked for that, and then the lady told him, like I asked the lady first because there's like a lady that you give it to, and then she gives it to his like agent, and his agent looks at it. And then I told the lady, I was like, I want him to sign it as Loki. And she's like, okay. And then she tells the lady, she's like, she wants him to sign it at like the character signature. And she's like, okay. And then she tells friggin' Tom Hiddleston, she's like, yeah, she wants you to sign it, so like she wants you to write Loki somewhere as well. So he signed it Tom Hiddleston Loki, and I'm like, no. No, it's not the same. Okay, I'm done talking about this. So now I need a third one. Tom Hiddleston, can you come back to Japan really quick? I need a Loki signature. And don't write your name on it. God. Third one, just Loki. Yes. Look, I don't need your name. I already have it. It's fine. I want Loki. Their thing is, there is a Loki signature. I've seen it. I don't want you to just print Loki. I want you to write the freaking signature. No, he just printed Loki, man. Just Loki? Honestly, I'll take it because I feel like that's something Loki might do. You know? God. Whatever. I'm over it. Maybe. Not really. Yeah, I have it twice. Maybe I'll bring it and I'll show it. I'll be like, see, I have your name. So it's not that I hate you, it's that I just want you to sign it as Loki this time, okay? Please. Because I feel bad. I don't want him to think that I like hate him. I don't hate you, okay? I'm indifferent. Me and Loki have a thing, okay? Man. I sound over it. Thank you. Ask Chris Hemsworth to sign Loki for you. I will. I freaking will. I'll be like, can you sign it as Loki? And he'll be like, what? I feel like he'll get really insulted. I don't know enough about Chris Hemsworth. Would he get insulted? Would he be like, you know I don't play? Like, would he say it? Or would he be like, would he do it without saying anything, you know? What do you think? Like, would he be polite and just like not want to embarrass me and like just do it? Or like... It's not a bad boy. We've been through this before, man. Rewind the stream. Not now. Actually, yes, now, because I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. I'm so glad you came to my house to deliver my stuff. But now I have to eat, and I can't eat in front of people. So you have to go. I'm so happy that we had this time to talk about sad hours and my Loki signature distress and League of Legends and what else did we talk about? Chicken? I feel like chicken was a big topic for today. Yeah, I'm so happy we got to talk about these things. You know, there's not a lot of time to just sit down and talk about the things that matter in life, like my messed up Loki signature and chicken, and that time when I didn't want to eat. Ah, yes, the perfect trio of topics. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. Look, I've been hungry since the start of stream, but now it's critical levels. I am quite hungry. I'm gonna start getting the hunger shake soon.
じゃあ食べに行くね。お腹空いちゃった。ちゃったっていうかずっとお腹空いてる。Thank you everybody. We've got another stream tomorrow that I still have yet to decide the theme of. But it's gonna be great. See you tomorrow. また明日ね。おつ雷。ああ。バイバイ。バイバイ。ありがとうジャックさん。今日もちっちゃいかな声。これより大丈夫？今日もクララさんの配信が見れて楽しかったです。この後はしっかり食べて元気つけてくださいね。ありがとうございます。いっぱい食べるわ。Actually, there's no one else who's live right now. I'm trying to raid. So, maybe I'll do a karaoke later, because I'm bored.